So when I think about God answering prayers, we live in a world of immediate response, and sometimes that's not the way that God works. And I think when I think about God's presence in my life, sometimes it's not what I want, and so I always have to ask God to lead me to where He desires me to go.
What I do when I think my prayers are answered is I just pray again to see if He can help me out this time, or if I just need to go find it myself and He says yeah, that was the right thing to do, or no, that was the wrong thing to do.
Whenever I'm going through a rough patch and I feel as if God isn't listening or God isn't answering my prayers, I just take a second to remind myself that it's not on my timing. Just because I prayed a prayer on Monday doesn't mean it's going to get answered on Monday or on Tuesday. God's going to answer the prayer whenever it's the best time, because at the end of the day, God knows the best time that you need it.
I just feel like it wasn't something that was meant to be. I feel like if my prayer wasn't answered, it wasn't really God's true intention for whatever it was to happen. It was just a random thought that I had had. It wasn't what I was destined to do.
Maybe it just wasn't part of the plan. Maybe it was meant to be just out of my life. Maybe it wasn't meant to be for me. Maybe He has something greater for me and something greater for me to pursue. And that's something I have to understand. And it's hard to understand that the thing you wanted isn't in your plan, isn't in your path. It is hard, but it's something you have to understand when you're with God and when you believe in God. You have to trust Him and trust that He has something better for you. So when He doesn't answer the prayers that I ask for, or maybe He just doesn't answer this thing I wanted, or doesn't help me achieve it, maybe it's something that wasn't meant for me, something that wasn't meant for my path, and I have to understand that.
And so even if I don't get what I want, I know God is still offering me something that is great and loving and caring. And I have to just be attentive to that. And sometimes letting go of my own will and my own desires to really set forth on the path that God has for me is a great answer. And sometimes the best answer when it doesn't go the way that I think, but knowing what God has in store for me.